Hi, everyone. Today I was listening to Lance Wallnow, who loves to talk about convergence. Convergence for him is when all of the things you've learned throughout your life and all of the experience that you've had, good and bad, comes together at one time and allows you to enter into the work that you were destined to do. That's a wonderful way of looking at convergence. I have something to add to that. I'm Kathy. I am involved now online and in person with Sacred Oasis Legacy, which is where my husband Richard and I support single moms of sons and sons of single moms. And I have a story about convergence that I hope gives some insight specifically to moms of sons. Convergence is actually physically the picture of what our two eyeballs do. If you look up convergence, you'll see that convergent sight means that we are able to see where we are in space and time. If we have only one eyeball, we don't have convergence. And somebody without two eyeballs is never going to hit a ball out of the park or pitch a ball correctly and effectively. Why is that? Because it takes our two eyes to be able to know I am here now and I see and perceive where I am going to be in the future. Convergence is like being able to stand firm today, knowing that in standing firm today, I am more effectively going to be where I am meant to be tomorrow. I think that metaphorically, this is exactly what Lance Wallnow is saying. How does it affect the parents, especially single moms, and especially single moms of sons? First of all, convergence is a great metaphor, again, when we are raising athletes. And a lot of boys are athletic, and that is an image that a mom can keep in her mind about what she is doing for the sake of her son. A mom is able to see and perceive the future. Children are not able to do that. And I know it is said that boys in particular, young men in particular, take a little longer to mature, to get to that point where they are able to see with clarity, with convergence, what it is they are meant to do and the effect of their actions or their inactions on what their intended goals are. A mom needs to stand firm when she is with her sons. She needs to never give up. I have a son who is currently very annoyed with me. I am grateful for him because I see him in the future. And I believe that the way that he is able to shake off his dependence on my opinion, his way of even being, I'll admit it, rude to me, I'm going to be a stand for him and say that that way of being is in fact being refined, and in the future is going to allow him to take a stand and be a leader. I cannot allow it to affect who I am being today. Whether he is polite to me, whether he enjoys what I have to say, or whether right now he feels annoyed with it, he is not going to shake me up. I will continue to be a stand. I will continue to have convergent sight about my son's future. And I will also continue to point out to him that if he wants to be impatient, if he wants to be dismissive, that the best place for him in terms of his effect on this earth, his destiny of leadership, it may be delayed a little while because nobody wants to be criticized. Nobody wants to be belittled. But what can I do today? I can take a lesson myself and say, when have I been that way myself? I'm sorry to tell you, I can think of times. I forgive my former self for being impatient, for being unable to see the wisdom of others around me. I forgive myself. And I know my job of speaking into my boy's future is much, much more important than holding on to my own shame, my own regrets, my own misunderstandings and past failures to see where I was standing at that moment. Convergence is always getting bigger for those who want to move toward destiny. Convergence is not a moment in time. Convergence is every moment in time when we are connected, rooted, grounded, and ready to take our very best, to have a perspective that comes from above, to bring that together with what we see on this earth, and to speak the future that is positive, that is truthful, that is forgiving, and that never ever is stuck in the past. Have a convergent day, friends. And if you're in LA, I pray for your safety.